Hello everyone, welcome back to another Oh Hey Jelly vlog. My name is Jelly and this is Mr. P.
When you plan a trip with Mr. P, no problems. Hello, we are in Ta Xua now.
Is it worth the money? Wow, Mr. P and the flag.
Walk and turn. You cannot do this.
Wow. Mr. P. Oh, so pretty.
What? Behind the scenes.
Such unglamorous walk. Excuse me. With a cool climate all year round and located at an altitude of 1,800 meters above sea level, a relatively remote and rugged highland commune sits 240 kilometers from Hanoi. The majestic mountain range of Ta Xua is situated in the picturesque landscape of the Bac Yen district in Son La province, northern Vietnam. Vietnam is a country filled with natural wonders and rich cultural history. We've visited Vietnam a couple of times before, checking off the wildly popular Ha Long Bay, Ho Chi Minh City, and Hanoi, but never really ventured out to the rural provinces and districts. For this trip, we made the conscious decision to venture off the beaten path, explore a tiny nook in Vietnam known only to the locals, a lesser-known haven that would offer us a unique experience. We've landed in Hanoi. Now we'll find our driver. The journey to Ta Xua starts in Hanoi. From Hanoi, it takes about 5 hours to reach Ta Xua. We are on the car, on the way to Ta Xua. 5 hours.
5 hours.
Including lunch. I'm hungry, but Mr. P is not hungry. Visitors can choose different means of transportation to get to Ta Xua: motorbikes, buses and coaches, taxis, and private rental cars. We opted to hire a driver and a car for a more comfortable and quicker journey. Additionally, we felt that having an experienced local driver was the safer option when it comes to navigating the narrow, uneven, winding and largely unmarked roads. This amounted to about $400 for 3 days 2 nights, including a pickup at Hanoi International Airport and drop-off at our accommodation in Hanoi City Centre on the last day. By the roadside. Hammocks look so comfortable. Mr. P says it's fresh. Ooh.
Smoothie, Lao Vietnamese.
Ta Xua is often referred to as the paradise of clouds, a perfect destination to soak in mountain views, endless seas of thick, fluffy clouds, while experiencing the hospitality of rural Vietnam. The ideal time to visit Ta Xua is from November to March, known as the cloud season. The combination of lower temperatures and higher humidity during these months provide favorable conditions for the formation of dense and picturesque clouds, and a perpetual misty ambience, giving an almost out-of-the-world and mesmerizing experience for nature lovers, adventurers, hikers, and photographers. Is that clouds? Or is it fog and mist? This is the misty morning. So misty. You can't see anything. Are we in the clouds? I don't know. April to July is the flood season, and Ta Xua transforms into a rustic beauty, with the highlight being the rolling terraced fields sparkling with silver light, the reflection of water. There are plenty of random and scenic photo spots as you drive on Ta Xua's mountainous roads. Another random viewpoint by the road. Road is here. And we are here. But here are some places to check out if you are visiting Ta Xua for the first time. Ta Xua is home to endless terraced views, cultivated painstakingly over generations and sculpted seemingly perfectly into the mountain slopes. Ta Xua viewpoint in the city, or the town rather. This is why you should not miss the chance to do a quick pit stop at the Ta Xua viewpoint to witness this and take photos of these terraced views. There are many local eateries along this stretch of road, but you can choose to skip the food and simply get a canned beverage to sit on while appreciating the incredible beauty of the charming terraced views. It's the outdoor area. We were there at the main road. There's the viewpoint, and we are now at this cafe. Just a little stopover before we go back to the hotel. Mr. P is having his Pepsi. It's a bromance moment here. Although we visited in their winter season and could not witness any of the locals farming on the terraces by the mountainside, it's still quite a breathtaking and enchanting view as the sun sets. It's winter now, so they're not going to plant anything. It's like the resting season. There's no sunset, but you can see the sun shifting, I guess. Mr. P, where are we now?
Dinjo,
What's Dinjo?
the windy peak in Ta Xua.
About 3 kilometers from Ta Xua, Windy Peak is a place many people go to catch the sunset or to cloud hunt. There are many cafes along the stretch of road for you to grab a cup of coffee and chill at.
$3 for this and the view.
Going early is key to finding a good photo spot. This is apparently a very good photo spot with the mountains at the back. The yoke. Because the cafes get crowded with domestic tourists from the early hours of dawn and in the late afternoons just before sunset. 4:45, we're waiting for the sun to set. Cold, my hands are shaking. You can see the number of people around us. They look like dumplings. I'm going down. Toilet. Sink. The place is actually very low. I can't stand up straight. The toilet is very low too. Let's go back up.
Survived.
The sun is setting. It was above the clouds and now it's under the clouds. Our first visit to Windy Peak was to watch the sunset. If you can't feel this video shaking, it means the gimbal is working because my hands are shaking. This is what's left. I'm gonna go home. This is the same cafe we came to on our first night. Now it's past sunrise. We're supposed to do cloud hunting today. Our second visit to Windy Peak was for cloud hunting in the morning. How it looks like now, the sun is peeking out and the fog has cleared slightly. Actually, there are a lot of people here. And there's a cute doggy just sleeping here. Cutie. And the wind is pretty strong. The behind the scenes strong wind. But it's not very cold, considering I have 5 layers. I basically wore what I wore to sleep and wore it out. Camera 1, camera 2, and camera 3 I'm using now. Successful cloud hunting largely depends on Mother Nature, a dash of good luck, and the will to rise early so that you can witness the stunning sea of clouds at dawn. If you choose not to pop into any of the cafes at Windy Peak, you can also stop your vehicle by the roadside and just enjoy the sunset from there.
go to Central Park, you'll break my heart. Girl, you're so bad for me.
Ta Xua is loved as a weekend mountain vacation spot for the locals. Conversely, it's almost impossible to see foreigner tourists like us in Ta Xua. In the 3 days and 2 nights we spent at Ta Xua, we had not met a single foreigner anywhere, not at our accommodation, nor the eateries, nor the places of interest. This also means that cash is king in Ta Xua. Almost 99% of businesses in Ta Xua do not accept credit cards or cashless payments. First things first, Mr. P is withdrawing money at the ATM. There are probably 1 or 2 ATMs in this remote little town, but the ATMs would likely not accept international bank cards when it comes to cash withdrawal.
Vegetarian meal today. Cabbage and more veg soup.
Cabbage soup inside got meat one. The
Where's
meat?
meat? That means meat.
That means meat.
Bon appetit.
Meat dishes were usually more than 2 times the cost of a vegetable dish, which was why we ordered only veggies for this dinner meal, since we were running low on cash. The Dolphin Rock is another popular pit stop for the domestic tourists. Carved over centuries by the forces of erosion and weathering, the rock is a geological marvel that showcases the power of Mother Nature.
Like a dolphin coming out of the sea.
In fact, it is not one solid rock, but 2 large rocks combined, emerging from the ground, resembling dolphins swimming at the surface of the water when viewed from one direction.
I made it! This is the view, and apparently this is the dolphin's mouth. Standing on the dolphin's mouth.
Wow, you can't even see the dolphin.
Here!
Great job.
And we are done with the Dolphin Rock. We are here for lunch. This is our lunch today. There's rice, grilled meat, and vegetable soup. Ta-da! What's that?
Grilled pork.
The food is quite good overall.
The Dinosaur Spine is also a famous spot in Ta Xua. It is a 2 kilometers long narrow ridge with steep drops into the valleys on both sides, resembling the back of a giant dinosaur when viewed from the air.
Very get dead.
Before you can get to the dinosaur spine, you'll first need to cover a 2 kilometers steep path down. Although it is entirely possible to go on foot, we would recommend paying a small fee to take the more perilous but time-efficient option of hiring a motorbike taxi to bring you in and out of the trekking ridge.
I actually don't mind walking ourselves one day. I think it's walkable, but he's already waiting for us.
The bike taxi who brings you in will also be the same one to bring you out. These bikers are extremely adept at recognizing their riders. Additionally, because pedestrians and motorbikes share the same narrow pathway down to the dinosaur spine, you will end up breathing in tons of exhaust, sand, and dust should you choose to go on foot.
I was just grabbing onto this. It came from there. My hands are shaking. It's a conglomerate of motorcycles.
Motorcycle mafia. The motorcycle mafia. I just paid 50k for no reason.
50k is how much thing?
$3.
It came from there. Anyway, that was my first time on a motorbike riding pillion. It was so scary. I was the third passenger, the last one. Felt like I was falling off most of the time. Just felt so dangerous. Let's go find Mr. P.
Once you're on the dinosaur spine, be careful while walking, since the path is narrow, steep, sandy, and crowded. The last thing you would want is to lose your balance or footing and fall hundreds of meters down the valley. Wearing proper shoes and bringing drinking water with you is a must.
there's a lot of photo taking happening everywhere. Does it remind you of Laos?
Back Viet, I said.
Still got the rest of the spine to walk. Behind the scenes of an unglamorous walk.
See the water. People must do the tour. I see you do.
So there is two paths, the bottom and the top. Walk the bottom first. This famous path. There's Mr. P. Mr. P is just standing there. Kinda steep, yo. Cannot believe Andy came here with slippers. Wow, Mr. P has the whole place to himself. Bye!
Andy, if you're watching this, can't believe Andy came here with slippers. Don't wear slippers to Dinosaur Ridge.
Yeah, good. What are your thoughts now that we are relatively alone?
I think the view is quite majestic, but weather plays a very big part, I think. Right now it's sunny, hot. I don't really know what to say. And the crowd here is real.
Okay lah, it's not as bad. It came all the way from there. And this is the view. This is the very final endpoint of Dinosaur Spine. This is the ending. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I'm doing the Asian squat here. Come follow me to the treacherous bike ride back. Not looking forward to the bike ride. Just got off the bike. That was the bike.
After our walk at Dinosaur Spine, we also spent some time chilling at the cafe nearby the entrance to the spine, admiring the rolling valleys, and for me, recovering from my first bike riding experience as a pillion.
Then we ordered iced chocolate. This is the view. Ouch. Kick the chair. This is the aftermath of bike ride. Brushed us against the roadside straps. This side didn't brush, this side brushed.
Another important tip before traveling to Ta Xua is that you will need network data. I'll recommend getting a local SIM card or an eSIM. You can check out Truly's eSIM services and promotions in the description box below. You may ask, why do I need network? If my intention is to enjoy a peaceful vacation up in the mountains. This is because there are few to none English speakers in Ta Xua. English is not the main language in Ta Xua. It is not spoken, understood, or taught in local schools. So unless you can converse fluently in Vietnamese language or can read Vietnamese text, Google Translate is going to be your most frequently used app on your phone. We also used the pictorial translate feature to read food and drinks menus at the local eateries before ordering our meals. At the end of our 3 days in Ta Xua, we did learn a very important word, nok nong, which means hot water. We requested for this whenever we were cold.
This is where we're staying, Ta Xua Eco Lodge. Camping, chill, relax. That behind us is our lodge. We're at the highest point. There's no more other lodges above us. Breakfast area is down there.
While Ta Xua is a remote destination, there are several accommodation options available. Homestays are the most affordable, largely within compounds and little huts built by the local ethnic group. This option goes for less than $20 per person per night, offering a unique cultural experience. Basic guest houses are the next tier, which provide more comfort while still being affordable. These go for about $30 per night. There are also camping options if you love the outdoors very much. You can bring your tent or rent one to camp in designated areas. For us, we chose to stay in an eco lodge, which was not cheap. Considerably a higher tier accommodation with better facilities and amenities, we paid about $190 for 2 packs and 2 nights. It was an intentional splurge, since we really wanted to return to a nice comfortable shower and a warm room after a full day of outdoor activities. What sealed the deal for me was the advertisement of heated rooms on their website, a really important feature when the nightly temperatures up in the mountains drop to single digit.
Hey guys, we just stepped into the lodge. We're gonna stay at this lodge for 2 days, 2 nights actually, tonight and tomorrow night. Let me give you a quick room tour. I'm standing right in front of the main door. When you step in, you see a very huge room. There are armchairs here. There's a balcony there, but it's very cold, so I don't think I'll be going out tonight. That's how the balcony looks like. This is our bed. There's some closet space here, mirror, and more cupboards. And then we have the washroom. It's an open shower concept. There is a water heater there.
Overall, I must say that the Ta Xua Eco Lodge is clean, minimalist in style, and nicely built. The reception area is spacious, offering entertainment for rent, such as a karaoke system, billiard tables, and there was even an outdoor pool within the compound.
Not that anyone will swim in this weather.
These surpassed my expectations of an accommodation in the rural outskirts of Vietnam. There were also basic amenities within the rooms, such as hot water showers, hair dryers, and proper sanitary systems. Unfortunately, the one thing that I really wanted and paid for ended up not working. Our room did not have a functioning heater, and the staff at the lodge couldn't fix the faulty unit either.
What time is it now? It's 8:40. This is the sun we've got. I didn't sleep very well last night. It was cold. The heater wasn't working.
So we had an incredibly cold night. The local generator was down for a while. We had to use a hairdryer as a sort of heat source. And we had to have 2 layers of blankets.
I had on 5 layers of clothes and...
The 5 layers is not all thick layers.
But it's still 5 layers! Yeah, just wear everything I had to feel warm. Hot water bottle is really essential. Next time, if I ever come to the mountains again and I know that it's a eco lodge, guys, as long as you hear the word eco lodge, right, just treat it as it's camping. Bring a hot water bottle for under your blanket. Actually, we paid quite a bit for this stay, so it's a bit disappointing that they didn't have the heater. Looking forward to a nice warm bed.
We survived the first night, and on the second night, the staff offered a room change.
This is the heater that doesn't work. Check out our new room. But instead of 1 bed, we have 2 beds now. The heater is working! Hopefully tonight will be warmer.
However, the heater in the second room also stopped working after 15 minutes. We figured that it was probably due to an electricity capacity concern, since there were blackouts whenever there is a surge in electricity usage due to the high occupancy rate.
Once the sun comes out and you're in the sun, it feels good. I have 3 more heat packs that I can use tonight. This is the breakfast area. This is the mountain in front. We are waiting for breakfast here. They're still setting up. Let me show you the view.
Meals at the Eco Lodge, apart from breakfast, are not inclusive, and prices for each item are clearly listed on their menu.
There's the fruits and miscellaneous stuff. We ordered coffee, tea. There's pho, sausages,
Glutinous rice and fried rice.
rice.
And mini bananas.
Oh yes, mini bananas and a very cold us. The wind is coming in from there. road, we have a random viewpoint.
The lonely Dosinia indica tree, gracing a small hill, is supposedly a remarkable spot for photos when you're in Ta Xua.
We are going up to the lonely tree.
So the reason why it's known as a lonely tree, it's because it's a tree facing the valleys, and it is the only standing green tree.
This solitary tree stands amidst the landscape backed by blue-green waters of the Ta Xua River and is flanked by picturesque hills and mountains. Visitors will need to pay a small entrance fee to enter this compound and take photos with the lonely tree.
So we have to pay an entrance fee.
Yup, this wasn't stated anywhere, but for future reference, it's 10k dong per person, which is fairly cheap. It's like $1 plus Sing for 2 person.
There's the whole area that you get entrance to. You get the lonely tree there with the platform and also the lake. That's the lake. Some mountains behind. It's kind of warm, but it's cool once you stay in the shade. Like here, in the shade.
Pick a movie, I'll pick you up, we'll go eat sushi. Or we'll go downtown, with our best moves we can boogie. Oh,
That's the lonely tree behind.
my oh my, we both look so fly, like sweet apple pie. Yeah, they want a piece of us.
You see Mr. P there? 1 time zoom, 2 time zoom, 5 time zoom. Oh, there he is. Trying to take his wallpaper picture here.
Interestingly, we also found a second lonely tree inside this same compound, against a similar backdrop as the first lonely tree. However, this second photo-taking spot seemed to be man-made because a dam was built at this second river to create an illusion of a lake.
It's a lake that's created because of the dam.
Look so fly, like sweet apple pie. Yeah, they want a piece of
Hey, good morning everyone.
Morning. It's supposedly 10 degrees out because there's no wind now. It doesn't feel that cold yet.
Goes to show how wind is important. Here comes Mr. P snippet.
This is the mist today. To them, this is bad weather because only when there is bad weather then you get all this mist and clouds. Hey, look, the rice wine thing that we had last night. It's their own, their homebrewed alcohol. We bought a bottle of this for some very nice local
Who gave us 5 rice cakes in.
as a gift randomly while we were dining here at night. So we bought a bottle to repay their kindness.
my oh my, we both look so fly, like sweet.
Exercise done. Time for breakfast. Oh, look at this cutie. What you doing? You have like a mustache, you know. Mr. Peace.
You always edit me out.
Yes,
I always edit me out the good part. Then the